Two Faces, One Life. The story begins in a peaceful suburban neighborhood. The sunlight streams through the windows of the Carter home, where Emma Carter is bustling around the kitchen, preparing breakfast. Jack Carter, her husband, enters the room with a polished, businesslike demeanor. As Jack leaves, Emma watches him drive away, her mind occupied with everyday concerns: bills, school schedules, and planning the weekend. Outside, Jack's expression changes as he checks his phone, a message lighting up the screen. It's from Claire, the woman waiting for him in another city. Hours later, Jack pulls into the driveway of a modest, cozy home in a neighboring city. Claire greets him at the door, her face lighting up at the sight of him. Inside, the house is filled with evidence of a different life. Family photos featuring Jack, Claire, and a young boy named Ethan, whose drawings are scattered on the refrigerator. Jack's interactions here are starkly different. With Claire, he is relaxed, affectionate, and fully present, a stark contrast to his businesslike demeanor at home with Emma. The air of normalcy is almost unsettling, given the secret he is hiding. Back in the Carter home, Emma is tidying up when she notices Jack's tablet on the counter. A notification pings, and she picks it up absent-mindedly, intending to put it away. Instead, her attention is drawn to a series of messages and photos. In one image, Jack is sitting on a park bench with Claire and Ethan, his arm draped casually over Claire's shoulder. Her chest tightens as the realization sinks in. She scrolls further, finding more messages, each more damning than the last. Her hands tremble as she sets the tablet down, her mind reeling with disbelief and anger. Emma doesn't act immediately. Over the next few days, she carefully observes Jack, noting the discrepancies in his stories. She hires a private investigator to confirm her suspicions, and the findings are worse than she imagined. Jack has been maintaining a second family for years, splitting his time and resources between two lives. When Jack returns from his business trip, Emma confronts him. Her voice is calm, but laced with fury as she lays out the evidence. The weight of his betrayal hangs heavy in the air, an unspoken acknowledgement that their marriage will never be the same. The revelation sends shockwaves through the family. Sophie, their teenage daughter, retreats into silence, her trust in her father shattered. Ryan, too young to grasp the full extent of the betrayal, senses the tension and clings to Emma, asking questions she struggles to answer. Emma is torn between anger and heartbreak as she tries to maintain a semblance of normalcy for the children. Every corner of the house feels tainted by Jack's deceit, every memory of their life together now clouded by his lies. Meanwhile, Claire begins noticing unusual behavior from Jack. He seems distracted, his phone always just out of reach. When she checks their joint bank account, she notices expenses in unfamiliar locations. Fueled by anger and a sense of betrayal, Claire shows up at Emma's doorstep, determined to confront the other woman. The two women stand face to face, both shocked to realize they've been deceived. The initial tension between them gives way to reluctant solidarity as they piece together the full extent of Jack's lies. Jack is forced to face the consequences of his actions when both families confront him together. Stripped of his charm and excuses, he stands exposed as a manipulator who thought he could control the narrative of two separate lives, ultimately leading to devastating revelations and the struggle for both women to rebuild their lives after betrayal. The confrontation is devastating. Both women, once tied to him by love, now view him with disdain. Jack's attempts to explain his choices only deepen their resolve to cut ties with him. He realizes too late that his desire to have everything, two families, two lives, has left him with nothing. In the weeks that follow, Emma begins the arduous process of rebuilding her life. She consults with lawyers, arranges counseling for her children, and leans on her close friends for support. The house, once a place of comfort, becomes a space for reinvention as she removes reminders of Jack and focuses on creating a stable environment for Sophie and Ryan. Claire, too, starts over, moving closer to her own family for support. She prioritizes Ethan's well-being, ensuring he grows up in a more honest and loving environment. The women remain in touch, bonded by the shared experience of Jack's betrayal. Months later, Emma stands in her newly renovated home, watching Sophie and Ryan play in the backyard. The laughter of her children reminds her that, despite the pain, she has the strength to move forward. Jack's absence, once a source of anger, now feels like freedom. In a nearby town, Claire walks Ethan to school, a sense of optimism returning to her life. She reflects on the importance of integrity and the lessons she wants to instill in her son. Jack, meanwhile, lives in solitude, burdened by regret and the realization that his double life cost him the people he cared about most. The story ends with Emma and Claire, each thriving in their own way, proving that betrayal doesn't define their futures. It empowers them to create new ones. If you love this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.